I feel like a lot of people don't understand what GeoLayers is capable of. So in today's episode of Monday Maps, I'm going to give you a sampler of some of the really cool visuals you can create when using this powerful map animation extension in Adobe After Effects. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to master the art of GeoLayers, be sure to check out my GeoLayers 3 masterclass. Link is in the video description. If you use coupon code Boone, you're going to save $100 or $50 off my bundle of courses. Now, when you're getting your first GeoLayers 3 project set up, you want to create a map comp. And when you get to this page here, this is where you choose your base map imagery. And there's actually quite a few different options to choose from. Now, if you have a MapTiler premium subscription to their data plan, you'll notice even more features right here. Anything with a MapTiler logo, these are premium, aside from the light profile right here. And with MapTiler, you get a bunch of extra, basically customization options. But even with the free plan, you can get access to all these different profiles here. And if you click on them, some of them have multiple different styles, like Esri, for example. If I click on Esri and I click on it again, it'll bring me to this style drop-down menu. And you'll see there's a number of different options here. We have like different satellite imagery profiles, physical, and even like terrain and shaded relief, which looks really, really cool. And then of course this very cool National Geographic style, or if you just want to go with a gray canvas, this looks really good as well. Now with MapTiler, if you jump in here, you'll notice that you can turn the visibility on and off of all of these different layers. So this is really the power of having that MapTiler premium subscription. Now, if you don't want to worry about providing attribution, you can click on this universal raster. This is from Natural Earth, and you can use this completely for free. You don't need to apply any attribution, but some of these profiles do have zoom limitations. We also have a free terrain profile right here. Now, if you can't see some of these profiles that you see here on my page, click on the GeoLayers 3 menu and go to the preferences, and then scroll down, and then right here under map comp imagery, this is where you can see the visibility of these, and you can turn these on or off. I have standalone tutorials that I'll link down in the video description. For example, if you want to do a deeper dive into MapTiler, I have a tutorial on that. And then over on my Patreon page, I have an exclusive tutorial showing you how to use this maps in terrain, because it's actually quite difficult. So you can actually create a globe visual inside of GeoLayers, but you do need to install another third-party plugin. It's 100% free. Just do a search for Video Copilot Orb, and then follow the steps to install this. And once you get it installed, you can go to the GeoLayers panel and select Projects under the GeoLayers 3 menu. And under Sample Projects, select Globe, and this will give you a project that's ready to rock and roll. You can actually choose between a 16:9 or 9:16 if you want to do a vertical project. Now the controls will be a little bit different, but you can follow the directions on the markers here and get things figured out. The only limitation here is that you can't really zoom in past a country level because the textures are just not high enough resolution with the way that this project is structured. Nevertheless, you can do a lot of different customizations here and get a really cool look. So I got a comment recently asking how to map out disputed boundaries and borders. Well, you can actually find that data set directly in the GeoLayers panel. Simply click on this button here, go to download features, and then you'll find the disputed global data set right here. You can download this, and then you can map out any of these as you'd like. If you also head over to Natural Earth's website, you can find what are called POV data sets. So it can be the POV of any specific country. So if you want to find the political boundaries according to Russia or any other state, you can simply download those data sets. And if you want more information about the editorial policy of this website, Natural Earth, you can head over to the disputed boundaries policy and learn more about how they picked these boundaries. Labels are incredibly powerful inside of GeoLayers 3, and they're one of the most difficult things to really master and to learn how to control, because there's like 2 or 3 different ways you can use labels. You can create templates, you can do data-driven labels and have them basically drawn out based off of data from a specific feature attribute. You can control how they react when your map is zoomed in, when it is having a change in pitch or bearing. I suggest you go check out the standalone tutorial that I created that'll get you up and running quickly with labels. Now, if you really want to master labels, I have an exclusive tutorial over on my Patreon page where I just do an incredibly deep dive and go over every aspect of labels. I think the tutorial is around 20 minutes, so if you want to go check that out, I will link that in the video description as well. So I've worked on a number of different freelance projects where I needed to show an area on a map both in small and large scale kind of at the same time, and it wasn't possible to do this with a zoom move. So to get around this, you can use what's called a locator map or an inset map, and GeoLayers allows you to do this. You can create a new map comp and link it to your existing map comp and then scale it, crop it, and then there's a script inside of the GeoLayers 3 panel that allows you to draw out the map comp view of another map comp. It does take a few steps and is a little intermediate to advanced to create. I have a standalone tutorial on this as well. Check the link in the video description. So if you have a data set that includes time information, you can actually do a time series animation. So if you look at this data set right here, if I click on the feature collection and look at the feature properties by clicking on the feature properties button, you'll notice that there's a feature timing by option here. And if I click on the drop down menu, I have a column that's labeled time. So if I select this, if I click on this now and go to draw features, you'll see there's draw with time offset, and that will use that time column information. Now, if you want to see an example of this in action, I have a standalone tutorial where I was mapping the locations of Dracula in the novel, and also in my GeoLayers 3 Battle Maps Masterclass, I map out all of the German U-boat casualties of World War II. That's a really cool tutorial, one of the project breakdowns that includes a step-by-step of how to basically do that entire animation, which is a really cool animation. As with everything else in this video, I will link to it down in the video description. So there are a ton of different options to create data-driven animations in GeoLayers. In fact, there are a few default imagery profile comps that you can choose from. And I recently got the opportunity to use the heat map profile on a freelance gig and have a standalone tutorial on this as well. Again, everything is linked in the video description. But I basically had a data set where I could connect a GeoJSON directly to this map comp profile, and then you can choose the feature attribute that you want to use to drive your particular visual. Now, the one limitation of the heat map profile is that you can't really zoom in. Once you get your heat map dialed in to make it look the way that you want to look, if you do a zoom move, it kind of throws everything out of whack. But you can dial in the intensity and the radius, and here's the particular visual that you see right here that I created for a freelance gig that I think turned out really, really great. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and once again, if you want to master the art of GeoLayers, be sure to check out my GeoLayers 3 Masterclass. Use coupon code Boone to get $100 off the course or $50 off the bundle. See you next time.